Hello, I'm Natalie Bryn. I've been a piano teacher for over 23 years, and today I'm going to use a very simple piano song to show you 10 skills that you can take with you into your future piano songs. I got the idea for this video because in watching the performances of many self-taught pianists, I noticed some major pros and cons. First, let's celebrate the pros. I am so proud of them for doing what it takes to finally start playing, to experience the joy of playing the piano. And I want to honor them for taking the initiative and putting in the reps. And by sharing, they can inspire others to take on something like piano too. It's not too late. It's totally possible. But I've also noticed some cons, some blind spots that they don't know, because sometimes when you're learning in a way where a teacher isn't guiding you, you just simply aren't aware of certain things. So I'll be covering some of those skills plus some fun bonus skills in this video today that you can use to implement into the songs you're already playing and sound that much better. Skill number 1 is having the most natural posture at the piano. When I've seen some of these video recordings, people are not sitting in the most natural way and their hand is dipped way down below the keys. That can lead to playing with a lot more tension and later even pain. So this is a quick acrostic poem to help you know the most comfortable and natural way to sit at the piano. My brand is called Piano with Ease, so I made the acrostic say eases. The first one is elbows level with the keys. You want to be on a seat that puts you up high enough so that your relaxed arms can be level with the white keys. This allows you ease playing. You can easily move your hands and arms around the piano without having to come up from underneath. A stands for arms length away. If you put out your straight arms with a fist, I want them to exactly touch the back of your keys. On an acoustic piano, this is called the fall board, without you having to lean forward in order to reach and without you having to lean back to get your straight arms to reach. You don't want to be crammed too close to the piano or too far away, so straight arms with a fist should have you the exact distance back. S is straight back. You don't want to be playing with hunched posture at the piano. That's putting too much tension on your back. You just want to be free to focus on what you're seeing on the page instead of your body overcompensating for how you're sitting. You want to have even arms and wrists. Again, you don't want to have it dip down like that. See how when I have relaxed shoulders, my straight arm and hand flows right into my rainbow fingers, allowing me to play in the most natural way. And lastly, S stands for solid feet. You want to sit on the front half of your bench with your solid feet on the ground. If you're scooched back, it tends to make people want to hunch over or to cross their feet under them, which automatically causes you to be more off balance. And again, body has to think about keeping you balanced instead of thinking about playing and what you're seeing on the page. Next, I'm going to use this super easy Piano with Ease version of Are You Sleeping, Brother John, otherwise known as Frere Jacques. You can see that every note has been assigned a fingering, and we're going to use this fingering in right hand, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, set in this position on the piano, thumb on middle C, the other fingers are already over their notes. And as you play through this melody, a mistake that I've seen people make is they will lift their hand in between each note. This takes a lot more effort actually than connecting the notes, and every time you lift the hand you have the chance of landing on the wrong notes. So the second skill is called playing legato, an Italian term that means playing very connected and fluid. So in order to do this in Piano with Ease music, every time you see the number change to a different number, then you can actually tip one finger into the next, causing the notes to connect. Whenever you have the same number in a row, like right here, we have a 1, 1. Of course, after you play a 1, you have to lift in order to play another one, so you can't connect there. But these first 4 notes, if you sink down the 1 and allow it to tip right into the 2, into the 3, and then back into the 1, see how that sounded so much better than we're letting the sounds touch. Now we have to lift again. But now see, we don't even have to lift here. We can go right into the next number because it changed. Right here, we can keep going as well. Now we have to lift because we have another 5. Now we can tip right back up to the 5. But now we have to lift. See how great that sounds? So I'm going to go ahead and mark all the places where we could connect all of the finger numbers because they changed. Now you go ahead and pause and try it. I'd love to hear how that went for you. I know there's some places in the song that a teacher might say is a natural phrase where it's okay to lift your hand, but just for the purposes of this song, I just want you to get used to connecting any finger number that changes just so you can really get that skill in your head without thinking of exceptions. Playing legato or connected leads right into skill number 3, which is don't bounce or force your hand. Don't play with so much force that your hand is literally bouncing on the keys like this. I've seen so many performances where people are playing. It's like they feel like they have to press and hammer down the keys hard. Not only does that sound horrible, but like if you're on a keyboard, it can be a lot more forgiving if you have the volume turned down. But then if you take your skills to a real acoustic piano, you don't want to be irritating people. You want to be playing in a pleasant way. So when you're sitting in that good posture I showed you in skill number 1, you really don't have to put a lot of force down. You can just play medium quiet. It's much better to learn to play that volume and then add a little bit of loudness for future songs than to first start learning by hammering everything down. The next skill that comes in, skill number 4, is what I call gluing, but it's really an extension of legato when you're playing with both hands. So first of all, the left hand in this song is just chords. We're going to be playing C chords the whole way through. That's why I chose this song, because you don't even have to worry about moving your left hand. So you're simply putting your pinky on the C under middle C, and you're syncing pinky and thumb down 5 notes apart. This is your C chord in its most simplest form. So what happens when someone's a beginner is often they haven't built up finger and hand independence. So when you lift one hand, it's almost as if your hands feel like they're connected with a bar. When one lifts, the other just feels like lifting as well. In a song like this, it's not going to sound like that big of a deal, but it's an important skill to learn for songs that sound much more complex or that are a lot harder. So in this song, if we sync the 1 down with the C chord, because they're right in a column together, then it will sound like this. And now we have to lift the left hand in order to play another C chord. We have to lift the right hand in order to start again. But right here, when your left hand has to lift in order to play another C chord, often your right hand will just lift too. Even though I showed you right there that you don't have to lift, you can keep your right hand going. When you can keep your right hand going, even if left lifts, it makes it sound really nice like this. See, my right hand's still holding out. Still holding out. So basically right here, while your left hand was lifting the C chord, and then again right here, you have to learn to keep your right hand down. We call it glued down on the keys, even though left hand is lifting. The only way to do this is just break it down into the smallest little actions. So if we start on this second set of notes with the C chord, you have your 1 down in your right hand. You have to consciously think about leaving down that 1, lifting left hand. So again, we do that. Consciously leaving down right hand, lifting left hand. And then the next step, when you can do that with no problem, is tip into your 3 at the same time you play your next C chord. Do you see how that allows your right hand to connect even though left hand was lifting? So go ahead and pause the video. It might take several tries for this. All right, I'd love to hear how that went for you again in the comments. We can't spend too much time on this, but it's a really important skill that helps you sound better. I will go ahead and show you. You'll have to glue right hand right there as well, but everywhere else you're free to lift up left hand at the same time as right, because you have to in order to restart the same finger number. So those are 3 little spots you can learn to glue, and this makes it a really simple song, a quick win for gluing.